Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 10th to the 16th. This is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. And yep, we're going to jump right into it. Scorpio, what a week. This is the week, if you saw your last week's reading where I kind of glitched a little bit. Sorry about that. If you saw, anyway, I won't even get into it, but I did post half of your video. I had to continue with the next day. The other half is there if you didn't get to see the first half of the video. Anyway, listen, Scorpio, this is why I'm going to spend a lot of loving time with you right now to make up for that. Remember last week, okay? We are moving into these squares. We had the Sun and Venus square Saturn. You know, these squares are challenging, okay? And now we are in the heart of these squares, okay? We're going to move out of them a little bit next week, okay? But this is the week where you're going to feel the brunt of it. And we're kicking it off on Tuesday with, June 11th with Mars squaring Pluto, all right? So this one's a big one for y'all, Scorpio. You got Mars, your traditional ruler, and you have Pluto, your modern ruler, all right? And they are West Side Storying right now. They're about to West Side Story on Tuesday, June 11th. So listen, these are very powerful planets. Mars and Pluto are very, very powerful, okay? And when they're in a square, you see the more aggressive side of them, all right? Mars, a planet of war, right? And then in conflict. And you have Pluto, the planet of destruction, okay? And really intense planet. So what happens when they get together? Well, they try to, they stick out their legs. They're trying to trip you up, and you're going to feel a squeeze around this time. Now, Mars moved into Taurus, and Pluto is in Aquarius. So that affects your 7th house and your 4th house, partnerships and relationships, home, your domestic sector, family, children, parents. So there could be something there. All right. You may feel a squeeze there. Now, Mars squaring Pluto is for the collective. All right. So the reason why I'm saying this is that it could be you too. All right. It could be you that gets a little like Incredible Hulk, She-Hulk, whatever it is. You could have one of those days. Just be mindful this day is all I'm asking. Okay. Be mindful and always be the best version of yourself. Should you find yourself in a situation when you're just like, okay, this is not right. And, it really could be a day where, it just feels a little draining as well. As Mars is, it's physical energy with Mars here as well. So don't go around trying to, lift, buildings this day. This is a day where you just want to not be, get too, physically exerting. All right. This could be a day that may be a little bit draining, but just in case someone does some power trippy, this is that come at me, bro energy, Mars squaring Pluto. So there could be people out there where egos are inflated and people are power tripling. There's, they really want to get in, under your skin. Remember, just, be cool, be the best version of yourself, tap into your inner Chumbawamba, right? All day, every day, and you're going to be fine. Okay. You're going to be fine. And, handle everything with grace, and you're going to be fine. Okay. Just know that this may play out where you just may feel a little bit of squeeze. All right. That's all I'm saying. You may feel a bit of a squeeze, just be able to compromise and just be very observant, but know that with these two planets that are very controlling, you control your reality. You make these planets work for you. Okay, Scorpio, keep that in mind. Now, Wednesday, June 12th, we got Mercury squaring Saturn. We have another square, right? This is coming after Venus and the Sun squaring Saturn. So you may still be feeling some of that as well, which is a lot of, even it could be like relationship energy here. Things that bring you joy. There could be something that's, where you may feel a squeeze in terms of something that brings you a lot of joy and pleasure, whether it is, involved with family and children, whether it is involved with, relationships, all right? Because you see that these Saturn is in Pisces, okay, for y'all, and that is your 5th house, which rules everything that I just mentioned, even recreation. So this may be a day like Mercury is all about communication. It's a messenger planet, and then Saturn is the authority, and so it really is a time where consider Saturn like the coach. The coach is telling you right now, Rick, I'm putting you on the bench. Okay. I'm putting you on the bench. You're sitting out. I'm putting you out on the bench in the whole game. And so rather than be reactive, just be responsive. Okay. Now, remember, I really want you to be observant. while you're sitting on the bench, just think things through, process things. That's what, remember what I said in your last week's reading, that these squares are pushing you to thrive, to learn, to grow, to expand. Use it to your advantage. Okay. Use it to your advantage. This is a day to be mindful about things that you say too. Okay. This is Mercury we're talking about in this square. Okay. Mercury is in Gemini, loves being chatty. Okay. And this could also be pretty intense for you because Mercury in Gemini is your 8th house. All right. So there's that intensity there. All right. That intensity, a lot of depth. There could be even you processing things, overthinking things. So there is a possibility that you could, fall into this rabbit hole yourself of just like really overthinking things when you really don't need to. Okay. Just be observant. All right. And also, because it is, with Mercury square Saturn, you could be hard on yourself. Right. So just know this could be a testing day. And if someone should get under your skin by saying something that's, very, critical or criticism or whatever it is, just, exfoliate, okay? With your amazing scorpionic stingers, just, you got this, okay? Scorpios, y'all got this. And just, remember what I said. Just be the better person in any situation. There's going to be some words being said. There's going to be, especially with all this Gemini energy. This week, by the way, we have a stellium in Gemini. We have the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter in Gemini. Remember, Gemini likes to speak. They don't hold back. They don't got, so there could be a lot of people that are saying things that are on their minds. All right. Did you see? And, just, some of y'all know that I'm a pretty big I'm a big Survivor super fan. If anyone has noticed, as anyone's been on Twitter, oh my goodness, this is, and listen, season 46 ended weeks ago, but just right when we moved into Gemini season, when Jupiter moved into Gemini. So yeah, you may have noticed, Scorpio, that a lot of people are being a lot more vocal these days on social media. Okay. Now, how crazy is it that even 2-3 weeks after the show ended, it's still trending? There's so much drama around it. It's like break out the popcorn, but even still, people are going to be speaking their minds. And that's why, Scorpio, I just want you to just be mindful of this. Okay. I love you. I got your back. Y'all are amazing. And, just to give you an example of how to be graceful, how to just, really just be the best person in a situation. I received an email, right, from a colleague that was very passive aggressive. They were definitely fishing for, an argument. They wanted to get me. And I just wrote back. I said, thank you so much. Okay. That was it. Nipped it in the bud. All right. I avoided that bear trap. So you got this, though. Y'all know how to handle this. All right. Now, Friday on June 14th. Sun conjuncting Mercury. This is going to be a big one. All right. So this is really amazing. We have a Mercury Cazimi. I absolutely love this. One of the reasons why it's really big is because Mercury, as I said, is in its domicile in Gemini. All right. So it really does give you this really big lift and this leverage. And I really like this. Okay. And this could be a very transformative Cazimi for you. A Cazimi is when the planet is in the heart of the sun. So when I say refresh, that's a total refresh, clarity of the mind, brilliant ideas, a lot of problem solving. So it could be really good for you with it, being in your 8th house. All right. You have transformation, inner transformation. There could be things around money too. There could be some ideas that you have around money around this time, and even intimacy. I mean, the fact that Scorpio, come on, you're in your element right now. You've got Mars and Taurus in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. You've got 4 planets, including Jupiter, in your 8th house of sex. You've got Saturn and Neptune and Pisces in your 5th house of love and relationships and sex. I mean, and you got Pluto and Aquarius in your 4th house. Okay. Your domestic sector, which includes, a significant other and things like that. But even if you're not here for romance or whatnot, this can relate to partnerships and work as well. Like a lot of these, squares and even this Mercury Cazimi could really, if you're here for a career. Okay. So just really, really good time to, really good day for like writing, researching, negotiating things is a big thing. Okay. Contracts as well. Now on Sunday, you see we have Venus and Mercury both squaring Neptune. All right. Remember, Neptune is with Saturn in Pisces in your 5th house of pleasure, joy, love, romance, children, family, recreation, procreation. Now, here's the thing with these aspects, it's a little bit bigger than, we're on the brink of something really big is what's happening here. All right. So this is Neptune. All right. So Neptune is imagination, it's spirituality, it's intuition as well, compassion. And so when it is Mercury and Venus squaring Neptune at this time, just be mindful of seeing your truth through any sort of fog, okay? Because again, with these squares, you can see the other side of Neptune, which is illusion and delusion and deception and confusion, all right? I'm rapping now. And even escapism, that's the biggest thing. You don't want to do that. That's like Neptune and these squares sometimes, it makes you want to just sit there and binge baby reindeer all day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and not face any of the things that you need to face. So just be very mindful of that this weekend. All right. It is going to be something that, use your imagination and use your intuition. Okay. Use it to break out of cycles. Speaking of break out the crystals. All right. Use, the energy from crystals around this time, to really face any truths that you have to. Okay. Because this is a day where, you could have, you want to have 2 feet on the ground. All right. You want to have 2 feet on the ground. And this is, Neptune with these squares really pushing you into that escapism part. And so this is not a time for any bye Felicias. It's not a time for any stores closed, gone fishing when you're actually sitting inside, scrolling through your TikTok, whatever it is. Face the things that you have to face. Face the things that you have to face should anything come up, and especially with your ideas that you have and your imagination. Really, really hold on to that, but have 1 foot on the ground. Like I said, 2 feet on the ground if you need to. Now, the reason why this is such a big deal, I feel like I need to really emphasize this because I don't know if a lot of people have actually talked about this at this point. Neptune is at 29 degrees. Now, why is this such a big deal? 29 degrees, that's there's 30 degrees. 29 degrees, a critical degree, okay, before Neptune moves into its next sign. So what's happening now? Neptune is at 29 degrees until summer, until September, okay? Neptune is a slow moving planet. That's why it's at 29 degrees for so long. And then it's going to, waddle back a little bit. And then next year in 2025, it's going to move into Aries the first time in 13, 14 years. That's how long Neptune spends in a sign, okay? It's going to be there for a little bit before going back into Neptune or Pisces. And then in 2026, I know I'm going far ahead now, February 2026, it's going to go back to 29 degrees. And then that's when it's this full closeout, okay? Before it changes signs into Aries, which is going to be really, really, it's going to be a big deal. Really big deal because Saturn's going to move into Aries at that time. There's a lot of planets changing by that point. But what I'm trying to tell you right now, 29 degrees, the anaretic degree, it's a graduation. It's graduation from everything that you've learned when Neptune was in Pisces since 2011. Okay. Yes. Big time. And it feels like a toast. Okay. But this is you really, really kind of just absorbing everything that you've learned spiritually. All right. Neptune it's in its domicile in Pisces. So since 2011, you could have been a lot more spiritually driven, spiritually motivated. You could have been a lot more intuitive. Okay. Y'all are already very intuitive. But Neptune is dreams. It is the unconscious as well. It's hidden things. It's the metaphysical. It's, things happening behind the scenes. It's, like I said, your imagination as well, but everything beyond the physical plane, So keep that in mind. This is where it is now, from now until September. Remember what I said, there is almost like you having this moment. What Neptune in Pisces at 29 degrees is asking you to do is to use your spirituality and your intuition to surrender everything that you need to let go, everything that is, part of that illusion, part of that delusion, everything that is not serving you well. All right. So this is going to be very significant for you. It is at 29 degrees and Saturn is going to be retrograding soon. So and we'll talk more about that later. But here's the other crazy thing. One last thing before I move on. Neptune in Pisces. Remember what I just said. Neptune moved into Pisces in 2011. Okay. And it spends about, 13, 14 years in a sign. And so it takes about 165 years to make a full orbit, right? Yeah, that it takes a long time to make a a complete cycle of the zodiac wheel. So 2011 when it moved into Pisces. So trace that back 165 years. Okay, that brings us to 1846. Scorpio. Guess what happened in 1846? Well, Neptune was discovered. Okay. This is in the modern world. So this is a really big deal. It's completing its very first cycle ever anyway. So at 29 degrees, sure, it's like a toast. It's a graduation, but it's also like a celebration before, it starts its next cycle. This is really crazy. This is really, really, it's actually really cool when you think about it, but I'm a nerd. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is like use your intuition, be in touch with your higher self, your higher mind, okay, to really surrender the things that are not, working for you in a karmic way, in a spiritual way, and you're going to feel so good doing it. You're going to feel so good doing that, Scorpio. All right. Also, happy Father's Day for this weekend. I think that I mentioned the moon will be in Libra, so there could be some really sweet moments with partnerships, relationships over the weekend as well. So anyway, Scorpio, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for y'all for June 10th to the 16th. This is for Scorpio. Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. If you want to read any other placements in your chart, if you know them, you are absolutely welcome to. And take a look at, if you know your chart, take a look at where Neptune is at. Okay, take a look at where Neptune is at. Anyway, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you. Okay, June 10th to the 16th. All right, Scorpio. So, woo, Scorpio. How you doing? Hey, listen, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, Scorpio, we will. All right, we're gonna party with them. Tarot fires. What did I just say? Clarifiers. Oh my goodness, what a day, Scorpio. Y'all are amazing. Anyway, let's get started. Look at you. Okay, Scorpio, listen. You got some decisions to make, okay? Looks like you came into something new. A lot of new things may have started happening for you. It could have even been a mindset, seeing things in a different way, especially with, what's happening anyway. And that's the other thing I was going to tell you. Even though we have these squares this week, think about last week. We had that a Jupiter-Pluto trine. Okay, we had the Venus Cazimi, the Sun conjuncting Venus. We had one of the best new moons of 2024. So you're still feeling those energies. Yeah, you're feeling those energies throughout this week, and for a lot of those, even like for the rest of the month. But anyway, so yeah. But let's get started. You're gonna be great. You got the Two of Swords. Okay, very interesting here. All right, because you got the Two of Swords. I'm gonna show you. Also got the Two of Pentacles. So duality. There is something moving into this week. You really may have to go within. You really have to do that, even some soul searching, even doing some really good, like, okay, I really know who I am. I knew what I want. I know what's happening in my world, and I am going to face my truths, like Jimmy told me for the past 10 minutes to face your truth. Don't hide from anything. Face your truth. Because she's blindfolded, okay? She's not only blindfolded, she has her back turned to not only the sea, but also the moon, intuition, and emotions, okay? So take that time out. A lot of y'all may have been doing this already, been in a situation where you've had to make decisions, or, there could have been some moments where it looks like you could have been even resisting something. There could have been something that you were resisting, and a lot of that resistance could have been things that that you have to face, conversations you have to have, or, things like that, okay? Just keep that in mind. It would be a good time to do so now because you do have the Two of Pentacles, like I said, in the heart of your spread. Very interesting with the Two of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Because this is, again, there is a sense of like something that is coming together, but it's almost like these squares are, kind of like slowing you down. Remember, like I said in your last week's reading, these squares can feel like walking through quicksand, but you're only knee deep. You can, okay? And you got that walking stick that I bought you, right, Scorpio? Anyway, listen, Two of Pentacles, you can see the pentacles are uneven, right? There's the waves that are just like, and even 1 foot off the ground. So there's a lot of imbalance in this card. So that may be the big thing for you this week is identifying the things. Remember, I said be very observant this week, okay? Identifying the things that you know you have to, that's within you, right? That you have to really think about, and something that needs to come to the surface to the point where you're comfortable taking off that blindfold, right? And then really putting things in order, bringing that balance and harmony in your life. So that may be a thing. And sure, it's pentacles, money, wealth. It could be something that, has to do with money, has to do with career, all right? So keep that in mind. It looks like decisions need to be made. It seems like there's something that may have happened to you as well, where you feel like, okay, because that happened, now I'm in a situation where I got to make a decision. I got to let this go, or I got to really prioritize this, or I really need to, he's the juggler, right? He's the juggler, but do you really want to be juggling your entire life? I mean, you could be doing it really well, and you even see the pentacles are bound in the sign of infinity. So yeah, you could be doing it your entire life, but you have so much more coming through. So remember, find that balance. Okay. Find that balance. You have the Nine of Swords in your challenge area. When I see this, it looks like there is, again, there could have been something that's already been said. There could have been conversations you had. It could have been you with the stingers out. Have your stingers in. Have your stingers in. The thing here is that it really does seem like someone said something to you, or could have been in you could have been in a situation where something may have happened where it made you really, it could have brought a little imbalance in your world, and now you got to just put the pieces back together or find that balance. Like I said, like you are in the middle of a seesaw and you're just trying to get that saw straight, okay? Board or whatever it is. Now, Nine of Swords, this is a card where he's sitting up in bed at night and, he's hands over his face. And so with the Nine of Swords, this is a card where, usually someone else is involved, okay? Usually someone else is involved that's putting him in that situation. Now, it's not saying someone actually, what I'm getting is that someone actually did or said something to you that could have been like, what is going on? But with this card, it could be the other way around too. It could have been you that may have done something or said something that, or even didn't say anything, right? Didn't take that action that you needed to take, where now you could feel like you may be regretting it, or, it's keeping you up at night. The whole goal is to take these swords out one by one, all right? This isn't a race. You can't, the swords are heavy, all right? I don't know if you've ever held a sword. They are heavy, okay? Now, think it like 9 swords. You're going to drop them. So you got to take them out one by one. Okay. That'll bring you that like peace of mind. But it really does seem like it's someone else. So there could have been someone there could be someone in your orbit, in your life, that may be really affected this week, where you may be the person that has to, it seems like there's someone on your journey, on your path forward, that you have to really, coddle and make sure that they're in a good headspace. But again, it really could be you here. You got Justice in your crown. So there is some justice that you may be seeking this week, okay? Now, you have the Two of Swords, and now you have Justice. Very interesting here, okay? 2 Libra cards, by the way. All right, remember, Libra rules partnerships and relationships. For you, Libra rules your 12th house, which is everything that Neptune is, with Neptune and Pisces rules the 12th house. So that is the subconscious. It is, intuition, spirituality, but it is like really, it's facing your fears. It's self-sabotage energy as well. So again, I would just encourage you to be very vocal this week, but diplomatic, right? Very diplomatic and vocal. But there is a sense of something that there is this, peace and order that you're seeking, and a lot of it has to do with actions that you should take, especially if you haven't taken action. Because you have the Six of Pentacles too, and this is like really nice. It tells this story of all you want is this like gratitude, generosity. You want that balance in your life, okay? And so if there's a big takeaway from your spread is balance, all right? I'm going to show you something here, Scorpio. You got Justice, who holds the scale, right? Balance. What did I say about this card? The most imbalanced card. And then you got the other card, balance. Only 2 cards in all of tarot with the scale. Okay. So have that balance. Spiritual, even there's like a lot of like spiritual wealth in this card as well, like where that balance brings that spiritual wealth and even just like wealth in your, physical world. But you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine because you hear that? Church bells. That's a sign, right, Scorpio? It's a sign. Listen, you have the Queen of Cups in your future. So this is really great. So this is having that love for yourself, this self-love. This is having that, emotional intelligence that you are, could be seeking this week, especially with other people involved. I'm still getting an energy of someone else involved here. This is, and you see her feet in the water, like in touch with her emotions. Okay. So look at the journey you're going to be going through. You back to your emotions, and then like immersed in it. All right. So this is really nice with the Queen of Cups in your future. This is, and what's really great about this too, is Queen of Cups is double water. So it's like real, like a lot of emotions here. Okay. Intuition as well. She's very intuitive. She's a very intuitive queen, the most intuitive queen, just has this radiating love, so much love to give. Now, the other thing that I really love about this is that the Queen of Cups is Cancer. Cancer, we are moving into Cancer season next week. Venus, Mercury, the sun, all moving into Cancer. Cancer rules your 9th house of spirituality. All right, so you're good. Okay, so listen, Scorpio, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna find. It's just a matter of finding that balance, and whatever you need to do. The biggest thing is like taking that action, because again, there is a sense of inaction, right? With the 2 of Swords here. So really take that action that you need to take. Really go within and really discover your truths. All right, now let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, oh my goodness, what is, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on, this is gonna be a week, I love hearing from y'all, Scorpios. Okay, so, yeah. Look at you. All right. So, yep, let's get to it. Again. So yeah, there could be a sense of this emotional fulfillment, huge. With the Queen of Cups in your future, now you got the Ace of Cups and the first card in your staff. As you know, you did get the Ace of Cups, last week, right? Yeah, you did in your external factors area. So now it's saying that, hold on to that. It seems like, remember I said it seems like something new has already begun, or it could even be like this new mindset, like I said, or this new journey that you're just on the brink of, coming after that new moon in Gemini. But either way, aces usher in that new change, right? All that new change, all right? This new beginning for you. And Cups, all about emotions and love and feelings and even intuition. But listen, this is so hold on to that and really move in that direction. Okay, it seems like that is all you want. This is gonna be really nice. It's such a magical card. This is the holy grail here. It's the holy grail here. A lot of love energy with the Knight of Swords as well. All right, so very interesting in your external factors area. It seems like there is going to be someone in your life that really moves you forward in a way that's stimulating for you. Okay, so keep that in mind. And it can be someone who is like a partner in crime. And however that resonates with you. Knight of Swords is Gemini, by the way. It could be a Gemini, it could be a Gemini rising, it could be Gemini moon. But even still, Knight of Swords in your external factors area, this is someone who's very bold, courageous. This is someone who is active. All the knights are all about action, okay? So when I say take that action, there really could be someone that actually helps you take that action moving forward. Now, you also have the Six of Swords, another card of movement, right? A lot of movement here. This transition, okay? So it seems like you want to move out of this headspace into the promised land where you're in this better, mindset and headspace. And but this is going to be very nice for you. Let's just keep it that way. This will be very nice for you, and continue to move in that direction, because it seems like once you have that balance, you have a lot of greatness to come. Now, you also have the Nine of Wands in your final outcome. Okay, so really interesting with the nine of Wands. This is just saying, don't give up. Don't give up. It seems like you're gonna hang in there. You're gonna hang in there. You're gonna want this, all this love, this self-love, partner in crime energy here. Someone that's just very stimulating, like up here. I'm going to clarify the Nine of Wands for you. Oh, okay. Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know why I keep calling it Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands in your final outcome. So it is saying that, yeah, this is a week where I told you there are 4 squares happening this week. So it's not like the, easiest week to navigate, but it is a week where you want to face your truths and be your authentic self. Okay. Be your authentic self and don't let anyone talk weird to you with, all these Mercury, with Mercury squaring Saturn. That could be a thing. Mars squaring Pluto, like a lot of power tripping. Just, stingers in, grin and bear it, smile. All right. Just pretend you're in a Saturday Night Live skit and everything's going to be smoother. Should you be in any situation like that? But this is just saying that, yeah, you may feel a little bit of that squeeze, but you're definitely not going to back down. Just like I said, tap into your inner Chumbawamba. Oh yeah, and there you go. You got the Page of Cups. You're good. You're absolutely fine. You're wonderful. You hang in there. Look at this. What you get on the other side. All right. You get through these squares. You're going to be absolutely fine. You got the Page of Cups as well. Really nice here. All right. So, in your final outcome, this is really great because remember, you got the Ace of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups last week as well. And now you got the Queen of Cups too. So you got Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups. So, remember, Cups, love, emotions, feelings. I mean, this is really nice intuition to spirituality. That's if that resonates with you, right? That, and it should with these Neptune squares. That's asking you to really get immersed in spirituality. But Page of Cups in your final outcome, pages bring in that fresh new energy. They are messengers too. You could get messages. There could be someone coming through. All right, someone coming through in terms of love, somewhat like a new love interest. So, there's so much creative energy with the Page of Cups too, which is very, very, very nice, especially with Saturn and Neptune being in Pisces in your 5th house of creativity. Now Page of Cups has a lot of Piscean energy. You even see the fish is sticking its head out, right? And he's like, whoa. All right. So, and the fish being the symbol for Pisces. But anyway, this is really nice. Okay. So there is something that you may be like really compelled by, something that's really moving you, something that you're just like, okay, this is what I want. This was worth it. This was worth it because look what's on the other side. All right. So something where it's just you feel this urge to follow your bliss, and then it's a smooth sailing and there's something there for you. All right. It's going to fulfill you emotionally and get you really stimulated. But yeah, so this is a week, honestly, like Scorpio, it is going to be a week with all these squares, but you've got this. Okay. Y'all are so scorpionic. So y'all are going to be fine. Just continue to move forward, but definitely find that balance, find balance. And if you are taking on too much, remember what I even said last week, even with these Saturn squares, Saturn is all about responsibility as well. So, ask yourself, am I taking on too much? Are these responsibilities that, I need to cut loose? You even have the Justice card, the judge here holds the sword straight to the sky. True perception, remember being honest with yourself, cutting anything from your life that is not serving you well, that is holding you back. All right. And a lot of it can be up here, especially when you're starting off with the Two of Swords here, but you're going to be fine. You have this boom, boom, boom energy and moving forward. Oh my goodness, Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here, y'all. Next week. All right. We got a lot going on. We move into Cancer season. We got Mercury. Oh, we actually kick it off with Mercury conjuncting Venus. Whoa, that's amazing. That's huge. A lot of y'all may be going on trips, like big trips, or meeting people overseas. But okay, we'll talk more about next week. We don't forget we have that full moon in Capricorn too. Woo, the part 1. All right. So anyway, Scorpio, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.